Hello, my name is Kit and welcome to my crazy space. So today I was hoping to show off some work that I've done, my personal work, and explain how and why I do it and why it's so important to have personal work. So I'm going to be showing off the piece, explaining what my thoughts were behind it, and also talking a little bit about my goals. My goals are to become a children's book illustrator, but I do have a background in doing a lot of comic book work. I mean, I haven't done any I haven't done any paid work, but it's been a big interest of mine. I've been doing a lot of personal work to do with comics and things like that, and I'll probably be showing off a couple of my pieces that I've got hung up around, and yeah, so let's get into the video. The first piece I've got is a little bit naff, not gonna lie, but I like it. It's a little sketch of my boyfriend, and it just says, "Oh, I hope my nails don't look grim," because they always seem to look grim on camera. It says, "You are my best friend," and I've drawn him with a lizard on his head. A little not a lizard, sorry, it's him. I think his name's Herbert. It's the little, but yeah, that's exactly what's on his head. I don't know if you can see. Oh, he goes like that. Ah! He goes like this. I'll probably be showing my lizard dug off because why not? And he can walk all over my work because that's how much it's worth. It's that unique and wonderful that I let my lizard walk on it. Yeah, he's very cute. I think you might enjoy that. Okay, second piece. So this piece I created when I was quite concerned about all the politics stuff that's going on. Now, I don't really want to talk too much about politics on my channel, but I really don't want to like shy away from it either. So I don't think... Okay, the long and short of it is they're trying to take away our rights, and that sounds quite dramatic and extreme, but they're not necessarily taking them away, but they're trying to like inch into them to the point where they can sort of like get leeway to make it, you know, I don't know, harder for people to, you know, bring human rights violations to the court, which makes it, oh, it's not good. But anyway, this piece says, "It is our duty to question why things are the way we are instead of just accepting the status quo." It's kind of punk. So the character is non-binary, and a lot like me, I based it on myself, and I thought I would make them gender punk. So gender punk, if you don't already know, is a type of being non-binary where you're like, well, I'm not necessarily bothered by gender. I think it's stupid, and I think societal's like expectations on like different genders are dumb, so I'm gonna be non-binary because I'm a bit punk. And that's kind of what it is. It's kind of awesome. So I did like some splats, don't know if you can see them, it's a little bit shiny around here, that's better. I did some splats and some sort of like rough sort of writing. I thought that worked. So this next piece is a piece of like art about being autistic. So this in particular, I don't know if you can see that better. Yeah, there we go. This piece is more about how it feels to be I'm peeping, how it feels to be autistic. So growing up, I was immediately labelled different and treated differently because of that, and it did really feel like I was an alien and I didn't belong here. But you notice they have the lovely wings. It's sort of like I felt like at harmony when I was outside with all the little butterflies and the flowers and everything. And the whole point of this piece is that the point of it is that being autistic is beautiful and there's nothing wrong with it, and it's perfectly natural, and that's kind of what I wanted to say with this piece. So I did this. It's kind of like having some pretty wings and people not understanding it and bullying you for it, and it's like, why? The wings are beautiful. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. This is a continuation of that, and I thought being labelled different as soon as you are born is not fun. I'm just trying to show it without like, there we go, it's like back to front on the camera. So feeling different just as soon as you're born, this is a continuation. I think I may have done this one first, but yeah, so there's that one. And I really like the stars, and I think it really gets across the fact that this character is like an alien. Woo! Yeah, so this is another one. I don't believe that gender should be such a, you know, people shouldn't be treated differently for their gender. So I did where I come from. Oh, I come from a planet where gender has no meaning or bias. So yeah, that's kind of what this piece is about. And I added the little freckles and I made it look like me. Like, does it look like me? Maybe. So there's that one. And then this is a piece of D&D inspired art, which I haven't done in a while, but I thought it would be really fun. Come on. And I think this is my best piece altogether for the moment, because the anatomy is just really good. I forgot to slope the shoulder on the left side, is it? But it's still pretty good. And I put it on a site. I put it on one of these critique sites, on an illustration one, and they critiqued it and said, like, this is pretty Disney, which is kind of cool. That's a good compliment, isn't it? And they said the anatomy wasn't perfect, but it was by far one of my best pieces, and probably my best piece to date. So I think I did the hair really pretty too, because I sort of slowly built that up. And yeah, I really enjoyed this piece. I actually did a time lapse to it and was really relaxed while doing it. It was so nice and relaxing. So yeah, I've also got some sketchbook stuff to show, but unfortunately all my other work is at uni. I've got a few other pieces randomly dotted around, but yeah, I'm just showing off like certain ones. So I've done some children's book work. Just a minute. Ooh. So I'm going to show this last couple of things, and then I'm going to explain a little bit of why personal work is so important. Where are you? Where are you? Is it even in this book? Oh my gosh, it might be in the wrong book. Help! Help! Just a minute. Let's see. Okay, I've done a lot of failed drawings. I've done one here that was like an elf, but I'm not a big fan. It looks kind of grim. Just a minute. Let's see. I've done a little parrot for no reason. I've done lizards. I've done some pride work. So I did some pride work. So the thing is with personal work is every piece you do that is personal work helps inform your practice. So you might learn, like for example from this, that I really enjoy painting things rainbow. And you also might learn things like, I was working predominantly with pencil and watercolour. For this I worked with ink and watercolour, and that's how that would look. So it's kind of like you learn a lot about what your interests are. Like I learnt from this piece that I need to work more on my backgrounds, because I just sort of made that up and it doesn't look the best. So I think I really do need to work more on those. I learned, what else? Let's have a look. I drew some cuttlefish. I think they're really cute. Little babies. What else is there? I liked this one. I learned that drawing from moving image works really well, because what I ended up doing for this is I just put a little like film of like cuttlefish on, and then just drew them while they were moving, and it looked amazing. So also I drew these two while it was moving and I was less successful. It's Nick Nelson and Charlie Spring. Oh, I've got a terrible itch. Curse this eczema. And yeah, I drew them again from a non-moving image and it was better, but I think I could have done much better. I could have done a proper painting, which I might do at some point, because we support the gays here. I am the gays. What else? This is another one. I've tried another one. I've drawn a lot of Charlie and Nick. Come on. Yeah. There we go. It's like this light's reflecting and making my eye bags look so much worse, but oh well. And then I've drawn some little children, because going into children's book illustration, I thought I'd practice drawing them, and I've realised that there's this show called The Secret Life of 4-Year-Olds or something, and it's really good to draw them from that. So let's see. I felt like really creepy drawing children, but like I need to get over that if I'm gonna do like children's books. It's just, yeah, like she's just chilling, and she was playing with some toys, but I didn't draw the toys because that's effort, and he was just playing with some string. Yeah, like there's nothing weird about it. I don't know, felt really weird, because I'm like, children are often like just chilling like this, like on the floor with like toys and stuff, and like there's nothing inappropriate about that. It's just like when you draw them just in their natural element, they look quite sweet and little and cute, but it's like, I don't know, it's a very intimate moment when they're just so absorbed in something, but it's also kind of beautiful and cute. So I kind of enjoy it, but it's not the same as drawing adults, because if you're drawing like an adult, you can sort of like, I don't know, like, I know this sounds creepy, but you can sort of like sexualize them, which I would never do to a child. So you just draw them basically as they are, the children. But then when you're drawing like, I don't know, a female fairy who's like this, you can possibly like make them look all ditzy and then draw big lips and stuff. Whereas, I don't know, it's kind of, there's something beautiful about drawing children, because when you're drawing them, it's not anything like that at all. It's not like you're trying to do an aesthetic or a fashion statement, or I don't know. So personal work is really important because it can inform like your actual work that you're doing. Oh, I need to get rid of that because it's like making a sun thing, like look. Woo! So basically, yeah, it can inform things that you are working on in your head and sort of show outwardly your thought process. So that's why you should be creating art all the time, but you should also be analysing it. Yeah, so yeah, drawing children is something else because it's so natural. Like, they're so absorbed in what they're doing most of the time, and they're so like chilled out. I think that's what I was trying to get at earlier in the video. Drawing adults, like, there is the temptation to sort of sexualize, because I don't know, people just like to do that, and art is, you can make characters that you find attractive, blah 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 blah, but with children it's just so like pure, and I love it. You can just sort of like, it's capturing like the movement and the fluidity and how like chilled out they are and how absorbed they are, and it's just, there's something so innocent and cute about it, and I really enjoy it. And I think capturing that peaceful, blissful moment where a child's playing, I think that's just great. And I think that's a sort of like chilled out sort of like field that I want to go into, instead of something like comics where it's all quite like, even if it's not sexy, it can be sort of sexy. You know, when you see a really dramatic scene when the lighting's really like drama, like film noir almost, or when there's like someone with a gun, like I don't know. It can just be quite dark and dramatic, and I think there's something wholesome about children's art, and that's kind of what I want to capture, as well as tackling different difficult topics like depression, which is what I've done in the past. I've done a children's book about depression, which I'll show on camera at some point. So yeah, I think personal work is very important. It can inform your practice, it can help you figure out what you're thinking inside your head, and it can also just help you improve in general, and I'd recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, goodbye. What do you think, Douglas? Do you like it? Do you want to walk on it? Do a poo? Oh no, you like me. Okay. Ooh. Oh, he fell. He crawling. Come on, Doug. No, 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 no. Oh no. No, Doug. You're chaos, aren't you? Good boy. I'll put you back to bed now.